In this week's Amazing America 250, the people who made Northwest Florida their home long before European explorers arrived, Laura Hussey takes us to the Indian Temple Mound Museum, where the story of a lost culture reveals itself.
Behind the modern entrance to the Fort Walton Beach Heritage Park and Cultural Center, a 1,000-year-old story rises from a grassy mound.
This temple mound was built to raise the level for the person who lived on top of it. When he died, his body would have been buried underneath the floor of his home burned to the ground. The next leader adds more soil, builds his house, rules his people.
Today, Museum Director Gail Meyer and her team try to reconstruct the story from the fragments left behind.
These people did not have a written language, so we do not know what they called themselves, but they would have been the ancestors of today's Creek Indians.
This particular piece shows something about the green corn ceremony.
John Jansen has volunteered at the Indian Temple Mound Museum for 50 years, his passion leading him to become a craftsman using traditional techniques.
Well, this is Creek Seminole, 1830s. The sash that he's wearing is Choctaw.
In addition to creating displays like this, right down to the beadwork, he's become a nationally known potter using historic Native American methods.
I want to have the best representation of what they were because I want to honor them.
The museum reveals a culture that Meyer says doesn't get a lot of space in history books, but is woven into the fabric of our country.
The cultures that lived here for tens, thousand years, before Columbus arrived, are the people who made the United States what it is. The reason we have our state parks and our national parks are the places that these people held in reverence.
Themes of nature are everywhere, from designs on pottery to the shells of lightning whelks, which were traded widely and made into ceremonial objects. Jansen says the people had more time to create because the environment took care of their basic needs.
The reason why the Native Americans in this area did so well is because we have seafood, abundant seafood.
For generations, a civilization lived here and built here. Though it ultimately didn't survive, Meyer says the history isn't gone. It's here in these cases and even part of the ground we walk on.
When you dig in your backyard and find an arrow point or find a little piece of broken pottery, you are experiencing the people who lived underneath your feet hundreds and even thousands of years ago.
Laura Hussey, WEAR News.